everyone and welcome back to Akshata's Recipes. Thank you so much for stopping by. Well, all of us love to have a soup, normally when it's pouring outside or it's a real nice and cold winter day, or we just feel like having a soup because we don't want to have a very heavy meal. So today I'm going to be showing you a very simple Mancha soup. It's my favorite and my family's favorite, and I'm going to be showing you the veg version as well as the non-veg version. Now what happens is the entire recipe is the same for both. The only addition is for the non-veg part, I'm going to be adding some chicken. That's the only difference. Otherwise the recipe remains the same. Now I've also shown you how to prepare the stock for the soup in two different ways. Now one is an instant method and a shortcut method where you just use some soup cubes like Maggi soup cubes in the veg flavor or the chicken flavor, and you make your stock ready, which happens in just about 10 minutes. Or if you want to really go the long way, I'll show you that too in the recipe. So I hope you like today's Mancha soup recipe, and if you want me to show you all some more soup recipes, then please leave your comments in the comment box below. I'll be more than happy to show you all some more soup recipes. So if you like today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. That way I'll know that you like my recipes. Don't forget to hit the red subscribe button that you see below if you haven't already. Please do subscribe to my channel, and once you do subscribe, just click the bell so every time I put up a new video, you'll get a message for the same. So friends, let's start today and make this amazing Mancha soup. So those of you who are looking to make a pure veg Mancha soup, follow the same recipe, just leave the chicken part out. So let's go through some of the ingredients that we require. Now one is the stock. Now we can make the stock in two ways. One way is that you just use the cubes, that is the veg cubes which are available, or the non-veg or chicken cubes. Now what you do is, in a large pot, take about 6 cups of water, and to that add about 2 of these soup cubes and stir them in well and boil for about 5 to 7 minutes. Now the second way is you actually make the veg or the non-veg stock. Now if you're making a stock, what you do is take water, about 6 cups, add vegetables of your choice, that is carrots, onions, potatoes, even chicken if you're making the non-veg stock, and let this boil for some time, about 5 to 10 minutes, till the chicken is nice and cooked. You can add vegetables of your choice. You can add broccoli. You can add leafy vegetables like spinach. You can also add some legumes like French beans or whatever vegetables that you have in your pantry, in your refrigerator, and you like adding to your stock. So you have to let this boil and let it cook till the chicken is cooked if you're making non-veg, and till the vegetables are nice and done. And then all you have to do is just strain out all of the stock and use it for the soup. And when you're making the chicken soup, you just retain the chicken and shred it. So now let's go to the rest of the ingredients that we're going to require for this Mancha soup, which are very simple, and we always have them in our kitchen. Now these are 2 packets of Mancha soup powder. You can use any brand. Then you require some very finely chopped garlic. We require lots of garlic, so at least about 10 cloves of garlic, very finely chopped. We require 1 inch of ginger to be nicely grated. Then we're going to use again 1 carrot, which we're going to dice very finely. 1 small onion. You can use the regular red onion or you can use the spring onion, whatever you like in your soup, and chop it up very fine. Besides that, I'm going to be adding a little bit of chopped cabbage. This is optional. If you like it, you can add it. Now we're going to make a small corn flour slurry by adding 1 tablespoon of corn flour and half a cup of water. This gives a little thicker consistency to the soup. Then we're going to use about 1.5 teaspoon of pepper powder. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of red chili sauce.
which is easily available in general stores. And we're going to use about 2 to 3 tablespoons of soya sauce. One is for the flavor as well as for the lovely color that the Mancha soup has. Then, of course, we require some salt to taste. And we're also going to use some fried Chinese noodles, which are easily available nowadays in the market as a garnish. Don't worry if you don't have these fried noodles. All you do is just take a Hakka noodle pack, which is available in all general stores, and just deep fry those Hakka noodles and then drain them on a kitchen napkin and then just crush them up to this consistency. So now let's begin making this very simple and easy manchow soup. So now whichever stock you are using, you're going to add these packets. I'm adding about 2 packets. And we're going to just stir in all of this very, very well. Now I'm going to be adding my ginger and my garlic first. And mix in all of this very well. I use a whisk because then that way it becomes very easy to make it. Now we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of soya sauce. Now first I'm adding it just for the flavor, and then I will be adding about 1 tablespoon more for the deep color. Give it a good stir. Now we're going to add the rest of the vegetables. That is, I'm going to be adding in the chopped up carrots. Stir it in well. And then we're going to be adding this pepper. Give all of this a good mix. Then we're going to be adding some salt to taste. I'm adding a little bit less because even the soup powder has a little bit of salt. Add the cabbage. And now let all of this nicely cook and over a low flame. Let it come to a nice boil. So just cook everything well together. And then we're going to add the red chili sauce. And like I said, I like the deep color of the soup, so I'm adding 1 more tablespoon of soya sauce just for that rich color. And now everything is in, so we're going to let everything cook. Now we don't want to add the chicken in now because the chicken is already cooked in the stock. So all you have to do is just shred it really, really fine. Now we're going to add the corn flour slurry to thicken up the soup. And then at the end, we're going to add our shredded chicken. And that's it, friends. Our soup is all ready to serve. It's really very delicious, and it's best when it's had nice and piping hot. You can have it just like this if you don't want to put in the noodles, but I always prefer them with some lovely noodles on the top. This is really, really some kind of soul food. You feel really good just sipping on this amazing manchow soup. I do have some other soup recipes. I will leave them in my comments box below as well as my description box below. I've got a very healthy dal soup, and I have another 2 or 3 soup recipes. I will be coming up with more. So I hope you like today's recipe. I hope you give it a try. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Do share my recipes with family.
Hi everyone. Today I'll be showing you a very quick and easy capsicum rice. So let's get started with our ingredients. For our capsicum rice, you will require some par-boiled basmati or long-grained rice. In the description box below, I will leave the instructions on how to prepare par-boiled basmati rice. Then we require some colorful capsicum or bell peppers. I've taken the green or yellow and red ones. Then we require some crushed garlic. I've taken about 4 to 5 cloves and 1 chopped onion. In our spices, We require some finely ground pepper powder, some chili flakes, some pizza seasoning, and some seasoning, the Maggi cube seasoning. That is, you get cubes like this. You can buy it in whichever flavor you like, that is chicken, veg, and salt to taste. So let's get started with making our delicious capsicum rice. In my pan, I have some oil heating up. You can use vegetable cooking oil or olive oil. Here I have used some olive oil. To my olive oil, I will first add my crushed garlic. You don't need to heat your olive oil a lot. Now we will add in our onions. Once our onions are a little bit translucent, we will add in all our bell peppers. You can also add some corn, or for the non-vegetarians you can add some chicken or some sausage. Doesn't it look lovely and colorful? In fact, the more colorful your food looks, the more tasty and even healthy is your food with fresh vegetables. In this way, you can get your kids to eat some nice, healthy, colorful vegetables. Now we'll saute this for some time till it's a little bit nice and cooked. Now our veggies have cooked a bit. You don't want them too soft. A little on the crunchy side also tastes good. To this, we will now start adding our seasoning. We will start with about 1 heaped teaspoon of pepper powder. If you like pepper, you can add some more. Then goes in some pizza seasoning, little or as much as you like, some chili flakes on how spicy you would like your rice. I love it spicy. And some Maggi seasoning. This is easily available in any store. Give all of this a nice mix. The Maggi cubes already contain a little bit of salt, so even if you skip the salt, it's fine. But if you like more salt in your food, you can add some salt. I will add just a pinch. To this, we will now add our parboiled basmati or long grained rice and give this a good mix. Once you have mixed everything together, let it cook for about a minute. on a slow flame, on a slow to medium flame. Never cook your food on a high flame because there are chances your food will get burnt or remain raw or just not taste very nice. Now I like to add a little bit more of some pepper powder, about half a teaspoon at this point. This is pepper powder. Just at the end a little more. That's up to you. You can skip this step or you can add pepper powder if you're a big fan of pepper like me. You have to cook this without a cover. You don't have to cover this dish. Just keep stirring. It's like a stir fry. And there you have it. Some delicious, quick capsicum rice. It smells amazing. So friends, if you like this recipe, please do give it a big thumbs up. Do share my recipes with friends and family. And please do subscribe to my channel. All you have to do is just click on the red subscribe button. And once you have subscribed to my channel, click on the bell. And every time I upload a new video, you will be the first one to know. Until next time, this is Akshita saying goodbye and take care. Till we meet again. Bye.
So friends, let's see today's super simple yet delicious whole wheat potato tacos. So first I'm going to make the dough for making the tacos. So here I've taken a bowl and I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of oil. To that I'm going to be adding 1 cup of whole wheat flour, the same flour that we use to make puris, chapatis. Now I'm going to mix the flour and the oil well together. Now you could add a pinch of salt, but I don't add salt to my dough. So now I'm going to just mix the salt and the flour together, and I'm going to add a little water at a time, and I'm going to mix this and get a nice firm dough, just like you would with normal puris or chapatis. So you can use your chapati dough also for this. So knead it really well and then just set it aside for about 10 minutes. Now I've taken a pan to which I've added about 1 teaspoon of olive oil and I'm going to add about 5 to 6 red chilies. Now you could use Kashmiri red chilies too, but these are the Guntur chilies, which are Andhra chilies. They have a lovely flavor, so if you can get your hands on them, nothing like it. Otherwise, you can use normal red chilies. Now, once they're fried, just take them out and let them cool. In the meantime, I'm just going to take 2 medium-sized onions, and I'm just going to peel them. And then I'm just going to slice them really thin. I'll show you how. So just keep them like this and cut them lengthwise into very thin slices. And once you've cut them up, just separate them like I'll show you. And now we're going to add another half teaspoon of oil to the pan in which we fry the chilies, and we're going to fry these till they're nice and golden brown in color. So while they are frying and our chilies also have come to room temperature, we're just going to crush them roughly with our fingers, or you can even put them in a dry mixer, and we're going to grind them till we get something like this. Now I've taken 3 medium-sized potatoes and I've boiled them. I leave the instructions of how I boil the potatoes, and once they're boiled, I'm just going to peel them, and they have to be at room temperature or easy to handle. And I've taken 4 medium sized boiled potatoes, and I'm just going to crush them up roughly. Now I'm going to add this fried chilies mixture to it. Next, I'm just going to take a little bit of coriander, say about a 1/4 cup of coriander, which I've washed really well, and I'm going to chop it up really, really fine. So take a nice sharp serrated knife and just go over it about 2 or 3 times and chop it really, really fine. And now we're going to add this to our potatoes. Next, I'm going to add some salt to taste. And I'm now going to add the onions. You can see that they're nicely fried, so add the onions. And now we're just going to mix this well, and we have to just add about 2 more ingredients. And our mixture will be ready, or our filling for the tacos will be ready. So now I'm just going to squeeze the juice of half a lemon. And then I'm going to add half a teaspoon of black pepper powder. Once that is done, mix everything well, and this is our mixture all ready. So now let's make the tacos. Now for that, I've taken a small ball-sized part of the dough, and I'm just going to roll it out like you would with a roti or a chapati or a poi. And now since we want them to be all even sized, I've just taken a katori or a bowl like this. I've placed it on it, and I'm just going to cut it up with my knife. Take off the excess, and you will get this kind of nice round roti. Because we're doing this because we want all of them to be even size. Now just place them on a plate. Keep your pan heating on a very low flame because we have to roast these rotis now. So just do this for all. I'm making 4 at the moment. And now we're just going to roast them on our tawa till they nicely, puff up. Keep your flame between medium to high and just keep turning them like this, and in some time they'll fluff up. So just keep pressing them down as they fluff up. And that's one ready. In the same way, I'm going to take it out once it's ready, and I'm just going to make the rest of them in the same way. So once they start puffing up, you're just going to press them down. So in this way, I'm going to make 4 and keep them aside, and then we'll assemble our tacos. So now that they're ready, I'm going to show you how to assemble them. So take one of them on your, on a plate or on your rolling board. First, I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of tomato ketchup. Spread it out evenly. Next, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of red chili sauce. Next, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese just to one side like this, not in the center, but in the side. Then I'm going to put a little bit of the filling like this. Just place it gently like this. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little more of the cheese on the top. And then just press them together or fold one half like this. And just press it together. And once this is done, just keep it aside. So in the similar manner, I'm going to make all 4 of them and keep them ready. So first goes the tomato ketchup, the red chili sauce, a sprinkle of cheese, our filling, a little more cheese, and then just put it together. And then I'm going to heat just a little bit more of oil. I'm using olive oil. You can use regular oil. Just spread the oil out evenly. And then you're just going to place this ready taco on it, press it down, and you're just going to fry it till it's nice and crispy. Now once it is done, just put it to the, make the center of it also nice and crispy and lay it at the side. And in this way, you can prepare all 4. Ensure that they're nice and crispy. This is such an amazing anytime snack or light meal. So you can even prepare this and keep them in your refrigerator. And when you're ready to serve, all you have to do is just fry them on your tawa with a little bit of oil till they're nice and crispy. And your lovely whole wheat potato tacos are all ready. All you have to do is just serve them. You can serve it with some ketchup or some red chili sauce or just have it all by itself. It's super, super delicious. So I hope you do try out this recipe. I'll catch you in my next video. This is Akshata signing off. Take care, guys. And add about 1 tablespoon of oil. Once our oil is hot, okay, now I've cut the French beans very, very fine so that they get evenly cooked. So once our oil is nice and hot on a low to medium flame, we are going to add about a teaspoon of mustard seeds or mohori or rye. We're going to wait for these to splutter, and once they do begin to splutter, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, followed by half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hing, half a teaspoon of turmeric, and now we're going to add our French beans, which we have washed very well and cut up. Now the reason we add cumin seeds to most of our dishes is that cumin aids to cure colds and coughs. So try to include adding cumin seeds to your diet. All of us know that haldi or turmeric powder has got medicinal values, and even that should be added to our diet. Now we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of water to cook this French beans. We're going to cook this on a low to medium flame. Now we're going to cover it after a minute, put some water on the lid, and on a very slow flame we're going to cook this for about at least 5 to 10 minutes. Keep checking in between. The French beans cooks much faster than other vegetables like gawar or tondli. Only thing you have to keep checking in between that the beans are cooked. So after about 8 to 9 minutes, our beans are cooked and they are nice and soft. So now we can add our spices to make the dish flavorsome. First we are going to add a little bit of spice, which is our red chili powder. I'm using about 1 teaspoon. You can adjust it as per your taste. Then we're going to add about 1 teaspoon of goda masala. Again, I'm going to link the recipe of my homemade goda masala. Then the all essential salt, which makes our food so tasty. We're going to give all of this a nice mix. So that everything gets evenly coated with the spices. And then we're going to add a little bit of sweetness to our dish, which is by adding some jaggery or gur. I'm using a very small amount, about 1 tablespoon or half a tablespoon. You can adjust it as per your taste. This makes the vegetable a little spicy and sweet, and really brings out the flavor of the French beans. This is a very light dish for our everyday food. You can give it to your kids in their tiffin. It goes very well with puri or chapati or dal and rice or amti bhaat. We should include such healthy vegetables in our diet. So now again, we're just going to cook it for a little while and add a little bit of coconut. once our dish is ready, some fresh coconut. And our faras peachy bhaji or French beans are all ready to eat. So friends, I hope you like this simple yet delicious recipe. Please do not forget to leave your comments about how you like this recipe. Also, if you all make your faras peachy bhaji in a different way, I would love to hear your recipes. So, I hope you liked this little video on faras peachy bhaji. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share my recipes with family and friends. And also, do click the bell icon so every time I put up a new video, you'll be the first one to know. So like I said,